Pot on a budget number 2.
Pot on a budget number 2.
I'm glad that you're facing this way so that people can't see the schmutz on your eye.
Yeah, I'm not even going to turn and look at the camera. I got a bit of an eye infection at Sani. I think it was probably, I spent too much time sucking your wheel.
Truth comes out.
Got a bit of cow poo or something in the eye. So yeah, I got a bit of an eye infection, but it's getting better.
As long as it's not foot and mouth disease.
There we go. As I was going around, that's why they think they diverted us a little bit at Sani. But
yeah, no, it was good fun. That was a couple of weeks ago now. I want to be the 18th. I've got something in my system, so I sound terrible as well.
Also from Sani.
I'm guessing it's from
being on my wheel.
Probably. I don't know, lack of sleep, those oaks snoring in the tents next to us, and the weather, and, not used to doing multi-day races, although I did one not too long before. But yeah, I think I got a bit sick after that.
I mean, we did try and do a pod at Sani, but I think it was just a little bit... The environment wasn't correct. There's a lot of background noise, people trying to stop in for conversation here and there. So, I mean, for those, maybe people did hear a little bit of it, but yeah, we did pull that one down because it just didn't come across correctly, I don't think.
Yeah, got Catherine in the background rolling her eyes at us, So, we learn from our mistakes.
We do.
And that's why this one's going to be a proper, well-educated performance. We got our laptops out. We actually just playing Snake.
Yeah, mine's off. But
just a blank screen.
Just looks good. So should we start with Sani? I mean, that was kind of where we were when we did our last one.
Yeah. Sani. So I guess we can go through the whole logistics and the whole plan of it. So we went down on the Wednesday. The race started on the Thursday.
Yes, correct.
And we went down on the Wednesday. Long story short, we didn't get our bikes in time, unfortunately, due to trucks breaking down, and that became the moral of the story, actually.
Yeah, it was a common theme of the weekend, or the week.
But luckily, we ended up getting onto Wazza's parents' bikes, Isabel and Vanna.
Yeah, big shout out to them. Firstly, Wazza for organising it, and then Isabel and Vanna, thank you so much for letting us use your bikes last minute. I mean... Yeah, we drove around. We were supposed to fetch our original bikes in Hilton and then head up to Underberg. We realised the bikes weren't there as we got to Hilton. Drove to Durban then. For those who don't know, this is like another hour and a half. Bikes weren't there either. So then kind of on the way back, we were scrambling, and we were supposed to be, 6 hours in the car. Turned out to be like a 12-hour day.
It's a 12-hour drive in my little Polo with 4 people in the car.
Yeah.
Eventually 3 bikes on the roof.
Yeah.
Other bikes went with Ruan and his clean dad.
Yes, Gwen Pa.
So thanks to Johnny and Springs to sorting out. They sorted out our entries and our registration and
got our tents ready and our boxes.
Yeah, so that saved us some time. And then we could get stuck in with setting our seat height and lubing the chain. So actually we left that for the morning of.
Well, I mean, things as we got to Underberg, it's cold, we've had a long, stressful, hard day. We just want to just relax a little bit. It's getting dark. It's super cold. We're trying to find our tents, trying to figure out how we're going to survive the night. So the bikes was kind of left to the next morning, and you wake up and you've got 45 minutes to your start, and we see, maybe the bikes could have had a bit of a TLC.
Yeah, I mean, we're not being ungrateful, but they weren't in supreme running condition.
How were they supposed to know? I mean, they were doing us a huge favor. Van even came back from work to get us the bikes. So again, we're so grateful, but the bikes weren't ready for a stage race.
And then stage 1, we pulled up. I was trying to pump my shocks or something, pump the tires, and the valve kept coming out, so I couldn't get it back in. I had to borrow someone's pliers. Anyway, we both got to the start line, I think a minute to go.
Yeah.
We're at the back of the field, and luckily it's a neutral zone, but we decided we were going to take it easy, and then as the gun went off, your racing instincts kicked in. When
the numbers on, it's race on. But yeah, in the neutral, I think we were both trying to just figure out that, okay, our bikes weren't set up correctly. My forks had collapsed. I think your saddle was a bit low and tire pressure wasn't ideal, but nonetheless, we weren't there to race. We were there to have fun, and we did that. I mean, we did start a little bit hard.
So those of you who've done Sani, you do quite a long neutral actually on the tar road, and then that tar road just goes straight into a district road, and the flag drops, and the first person to start putting down the power was you.
I don't think it was me, but it may have been.
I was spinning out because on Isabel's bike there's only a 30 tooth chainring, and at the back it's 10 speed. I think she only had an 11 or a 12. So I was spinning out in the neutral zone. So I was like, this is going to be a long 3 days. But
spinners are winners, man, and I think you showed up.
I mean, later on we'll get there when we discuss it. But I developed a small knee injury, but What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
It was impressive to see you could hold 120 cadence for that first 15 odd minutes.
Yeah. And probably one of the takeaway points of this whole thing is we ended up getting one of the Strava KOMs of all time.
Yeah.
Well, in that first 15 Ks or whatever, we beat the pros on the day, beat the pros from previous years.
Yeah.
And we were stuffing around a bit. So that was quite a nice surprise, and I think that motivated us.
It did, but then just after that, I had the first puncture, the puncture, and then I think at the time we were both like, oh no, puncture, but I think silently we were both quite happy.
Yeah. I was definitely quite happy.
And then we used that time to, firstly try and fix the tire, realize there wasn't any sealant in it, it was just water, which doesn't act as a sealant.
Oh no.
We learned that.
Jeez.
And then we adjusted saddle heights, and then throughout the course of the day, at every water point, we'd try and go to the mechanics and pump a shock or do whatever we needed to do.
Yeah, so we also only had one bottle cage. You had one, I had one. And we had to stop at every water point to fill up. Which I guess was cool because it gave us an excuse to take the edge off after. Exactly. Really in intervals, basically. Yeah. We'd do like a 15K section, water point, 15K section.
Over unders.
Yeah. But it was super cool. And then we went, your first time riding over a dam on a floating bridge.
Yeah, that was an experience. And also when we got onto the bridge, the team who had gone just before us, someone had fallen in. Oh, yeah. So this guy was in the water. His teammate had now decided he's going to try and help his partner back or out the water, but he decides to do it while Kent and I are riding across the floating bridge. So I'm already nervous as anything because I know I'm going to fall in this thing, and then I've got the extra obstacle or factor of an oncoming runner.
It was like with the Oxpecker trail run, got the dates mixed up in the venue.
Unbelievable. So I'm just trying to stay upright, and I've got a guy coming up to me. Thankfully, as we approached each other, he kind of just dropped, and I think I basically rode over him. But then when you came, he stood up again and was just running straight towards you.
Honestly, when you tense up, I was like, okay, I'm going in the water, and then I just saved it somehow. And I thought, the guy was battling to swim or something because his teammate was like this, like Titanic, with his arms on the thing and his head was just above the water. So we told everyone, yes, these poor guys, they've been stressing. And then we see videos afterwards, the guy stands up and the water's like...
up to his waist. I think he was just having a swim, just practicing his floating or something.
Glad he didn't die, but in the moment, I wish he did.
In the moment, the guy, I think I said a few choice words to him as well. So I do apologize to you, man, if you're watching and you were the guy charging us. You probably...
Yeah, had us in the first half, not going to lie.
Not going to lie, but you did definitely dealt with some abuse. So sorry for that.
And then I think also what just happened just after that is the kind of the theme of the weekend is these mountain bikers, because we were racing in the amateur A batch, we went in the UCI category, and we had dropped these guys on the district roads, the climbs and that, destroy them, can't even see them, get to the end of the single track and they're like hot on our heels, and they made a comment to us about us being roadies or something like that. And you had some more choice words for them as well.
Again, yes, we are roadies, but we're not completely incompetent. But I think also, we're not going to take risks. We also on borrowed bikes. I didn't have brakes that one day. We don't know
back brakes.
We don't know what the tires are doing. We don't know how they're going to respond. We don't know, the tire pressure or anything like that. So we're just trying to survive. And these guys are made it very clear that we're roadies, or we're riding like roadies. So I made it very clear that they were not that good at cycling. So again, if you guys are listening, I apologize to you. We take our hats off to you. You guys are phenomenal mountain bikers.
It was all in like good spirits. So
it was, but such a fun event. That was day one. The rest of the week was, again, we were competitive in moments, less competitive in others.
I think we started to find ourselves on the single track. Obviously you can't compare Stravas and stuff like that, but we were, and we were looking at times, and we were getting better and better each day in all the segments. You
got to remember, we also had traffic, because there was like the UCI category, then the e-bikes, which again, I've got mixed thoughts on that. But, every kind of single track section we had, even though we aren't phenomenal mountain bikers or that, skillful, we were still quicker than a lot of people.
Yeah.
And when you're going down a 10K, single track section, you've got traffic, we don't want to put pressure on the guy. We don't want to tell him to move because we're not racing, but it does hold you up a bit. Yeah,
and I think we're also the first people to move out the way. Like as soon as there was someone on our heels, we would just pull over and let them come past, which also slows you down a bit. But then we built our confidence up over the days. We went down, Umkomaas dropped pretty smoothly, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Conditions were perfect this year, like no mud at the bottom, which was the first I've seen it like that. And then, we kind of labored our way through towards the iconic climb where we ended up somehow getting to the lead, on
Yes.
the day, because the leader's drivetrain
Yes.
ended up breaking a wheel or something, and we didn't realize, but we were leading the whole thing after stopping at the 2 water points and going down the hill slowly.
Well, the thing is, we were starting every day at the back of the batch, so we had no idea where we were lying. We were just kind of reeling in people one by one, and yeah, like you say, we happened to find ourselves in the lead by accident almost.
Yeah, we just cruised after that, and then the leaders ended up catching us and rode with us for a couple Ks, and then you said you'd lead out the one gentleman up the iconic.
Yeah, because there's a segment, a Strava segment, so the quickest guy of the day got a prize. And I thought, let me go, go as hard as I can for this guy. And we got halfway. I think we were going pretty quickly. And then I had another mechanical, which made me have to stop. And then, for those who don't know Iconic, it's a very steep, quite a rough climb.
Nah, super steep. Yeah.
And I had my chain stuck between the spokes and the cassette. And I'm also no mechanic and not really good with my hands.
Mechanic. When I came past, you were still standing there, bike horizontal.
I was very miserable. So yeah, we definitely lost at least 25 minutes up there.
Yeah. No, but it was cool. For those of you who don't know, Iconic, if you make it from the bottom to the top, they have like an honesty system as well. This is something that we need to maybe discuss. It's super steep. So if you make it up there, you can ride a bike pretty well, because it's not just power, it's technical and balance and that type of stuff. And also half the time you have to dodge someone who's in front of you. But needless to say, Ryan didn't make it. I came past him and got held behind a lady, and shame. She was doing a great job, but going very slowly, and I couldn't balance. So I actually had to unclip, so I also didn't make it. And then that evening, they discuss in the tent with all the riders, and they say, guys, whoever made it up Iconic, come get your free pair of socks. And probably 90% of people stand up, and these are people from all walks of life.
Shapes, sizes. This is what I realized about mountain bikers, is that they are liars. Because there is no way that, that many people made it up that climb.
Impossible. No, it's just not possible. They almost need to have a system, I don't know, put one of those permanent cameras above, and somehow plot it, or be able to use AI to determine if oak stopped uncleated it, and then expose them.
You got to. I mean, even though we were messing around, well, not messing around, we weren't racing that seriously, we were still in the top 5% of the entire field, and every single person around us put a foot down.
Yeah.
So now you're telling me that, the 95% of the rest of the field who are behind us, who are significantly, well,
even if they're not weak, not as strong, they're going to have more obstacles to deal with.
Exactly.
There's no way you just ride through the bush.
No.
So I need to see.
Yeah, we're going to
call those people out somehow going forward, and that'll be quite a cool thing.
I agree. I think you have to give away a pair of your own socks if you lie about it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's got to be some sort of punishment.
Pay a charity fee or something, pay extra entry fee or something.
Definitely, but there's a lot of lies on the mountain bike.
Oh, no, definitely. Stage 3?
Stage 3, that was also, so last day, I really kind of started with my little eye infection. I think we were both feeling a little bit under the weather, just lack of sleep, enjoying the vibe and the atmosphere a little bit as well. Again, the last day, the batches were quite a bit bigger.
Also, I think that's also something mountain bikers. So they batch you into A, B, C, D, whatever. And after day 1, we were still in A. After we're still in A, and the batches were a decent size.
Yes.
Last day, they haven't changed the batch size, but all of a sudden, everyone is now batch A. We were looking around there, there's oaks who were not batch A.
No.
And we started at the back as we did every other time, but these oaks just lost, they just didn't pedal. And we lost minutes in the first K.
Yeah, exactly. First 10 minutes. And that's also something I don't understand. It's I understand everyone's got a bit of a competitive bone in them. No one lines up for a race completely just to take it easy. I think we're proof of that. But if you know that, you're lying 200th in a race, don't start on the front row. I don't know.
Especially when it's single track, and you're just going to cause a traffic jam.
And that's what people do. And again, I get it, you got there first, and first come, first serve, but if you're going to hit into a single track in 5Ks, and you are going to just cause anarchy and cause a train behind you, I don't know, just use your head a little bit.
Yeah. So we started chilled, and I knew we were far back because Keenan and Vian caught us.
Yes.
And then I was like, no. And then I think you didn't even say anything, you just bliksemed it on the next climb.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's called the Clint's climb, super steep climb. And we passed probably half the field in front of us on that climb. And not long after that, we caught some e-bikes.
Yes.
And I don't know what their motive was, but they said, they were like to us, do you guys want us to pace you? And you didn't hesitate, and you said yes. And I didn't have words, and we were going flat out for the next 25 minutes.
Yeah, we went hard. I mean, it was almost like it was getting annoying at one point. We were like, guys, just go, just leave it, you know.
They kept looking back to make sure we were there, and if we weren't there, they got a little bit easier.
But they were slowing us down actually on the flats, because I think the e-bike's limited to a certain speed. So they actually, I think, if anything, they hindered us a little bit.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I was going to say that.
It's like, we were absolutely motoring. And then we went past them, I think, on one of they let us go on the single track or something, and we caught the front group.
Yes. Well, the drivetrain team,
they were still ahead.
They were ahead, but we caught everyone else.
The next guy, second, third, or whatever.
Second, third, and fourth, yeah.
Crispy and Glenn, and then 2 young guys from Marty's or something.
Yes, from Marty's.
And then all of a sudden, race mode. Now we're in the racing mix. We're following the wheels. These oaks are sending it on the downhills. I'm just hanging on for dear life. Sun's in your eyes.
We got stuck in. I thought we were really good. Well, I mean, maybe we weren't that good, but we were a lot better than what we were on day one.
And then we're following the guys, and once again, you're passing still slower guys on e-bikes, and it's single track. And Crispy got very close on one section, had to dismount. This lady was stuck in the switchback, so she stops, we both stop, he carries on, you go past him.
I nearly went inside of him, then I was able to fortunately swipe him.
So the front guys, Glenn, go ahead with the Marty's guys, then it's you, then it's Crispy, then it's me, and we are closing in on these guys now, and they're pretty good on the mountain bike in my understanding, and I'm like, okay, we're obviously we're not bad, we've leveled up. Moments later, Glenn decides to die.
I've never seen, like, I made that joke, that reference. You know Peter Griffin, when he falls down the stairs and he just keeps on falling and he's like, just fall. And like every weird position your body shouldn't be in, Glenn was in that position. I think he fell for about 30 seconds and he just didn't stop falling. I was convinced he was dead.
Yeah, I came past him because I was at the back of our little trio. Well, what do you call it? Not trio. What was trio? 3 of us.
Me, and Crispy. That's a trio.
Trio, 3. And his wheel was broken and his tire was off and you could see sealant everywhere and he was holding his arm and I thought, this guy's done it. Yeah. I don't know how they're going to fetch him, firstly, because he's in the middle of
nowhere. There's no phones, there's no signal.
Road, there's nothing. And naturally, we didn't wait because now we moving up. I think we were second on the day then.
Or at the time, yes. But we continued a little bit. I mean, I think when we got to the gravel road, district road, we thought, I didn't see his bike in pieces. I just saw him in pieces. And I said, do you think he's going to be okay? And you're like, no, that's his race.
Yeah, so it's done. You can't even, if you had a spare tube, it's not going to help.
You can't fix a room with that. But anyway, so then we were in a group. So we were like in the second group on the road with team 6, 2, 3, 4, and 5 or whatever it was. And then we happened to go, we stopped at a water point.
Yeah, we stopped at a water point.
And then as we were catching them, we happened to go the wrong way.
I found my legs at that moment.
Yes.
And decided to pace. And obviously you look down and you got to look for those little orange tags.
Yes.
And we followed this road and I just thought, okay, well, I didn't see any orange tags. Keep going. Eventually I'm like, I don't know if this is the right way. I can't see any orange tags. I would keep pressing on all the way to the top of this climb. District road, no orange tags.
Nothing. And I was even looking for like tracks on the.
And you saw some.
I saw some tracks, so I thought, someone's definitely ridden here at some point in the last, since the last rains in January. But needless to say, we had gone wrong. So then we had to turn around, and now you're not sure where you've gone wrong. So just as slow as we'd gone up the hill, we were going even slower down the hill.
And I was convinced we didn't lose that much time. We eventually found the single track, joined on. But then, coincidentally, at that same time, my knee had finally decided to back up after 150 RPM for 3 days. So I told Ryan we have to go slowly. He thought it was a strength thing, but anyway. We continued, and then I was like, no, we can't be that far behind. And eventually we start catching guys that we passed like early on in the stage.
Like then 40 kilometers ago.
Our competitive side kicks in again because you're like, no way, so it can't be this far behind. So we start riding again. And then you even want to sprint the oaks on the finish.
But we lost quite a bit of time, but long story short, I mean, we still won sub-vets, which was, I think, really surprising to us. So we're buddies now, 30 to 40.
Jeez, like us. And we did they pay you prize money? They emailed me and they emailed Ryan asking for our bank details.
Did you get paid?
I haven't checked.
No, I haven't got paid yet. But really surprising. But I think, for me, it was my first ever multi-stage. No, I lied. I'd done the Wines to Wales 10 years ago. But this was awesome. I mean, the camping for me, maybe I'm a little bit pretentious and high maintenance. But I mean, it was an experience. It's also cold and many, many factors. But overall, such an amazing event. Had a lot of fun with you. A lot of fun with Keenan and Ruan and Clean Dad and Vian. But fantastic race, fantastic experience. And I definitely think I will be back to the side. And also looking forward to more mountain bike stage races in the future.
Yeah, I think it opened eyes for me. Like, I've never raced properly on the mountain bike, and not that we raced properly here because we had open roads most of the time, but based on a few of those Strava segments once again, and like I think it's something we could look into in the future.
I think we do need to like plan it a little bit better. Firstly, have bikes and be competent on those bikes and know what the tire pressure should be and what it feels like going into a corner.
Yeah, maybe make sure your back brake's working.
Have back brakes, things like maybe have 2 bottle cages.
2 bottle cages, yeah. Because then my bottle cage actually broke.
Yeah, and then you were carrying it the whole time.
Speaking of that, I need to send Isabel a new bottle cage.
Bottle cage, you probably should.
Sorry about that.
But I do think, I mean, it will take us a little while just to get used to get to competent in the technical stuff. But I think when it comes to raw power, I mean, I think we're not far off, and it would be good to maybe give it a go.
We'll pencil in Epic for next year.
I think we should. It's
like a very easy-ish goal. Like what would it be, a realistic goal? Not easy-ish goal. Realistic. Top 20?
I think top 20 is hard, eh? I mean, again, there's so many factors. I say we say top 20, you know, because I think if you're top 20, you're still probably top 5 in the African teams.
Hectic.
You know, I definitely don't think it's anything to laugh at, and there's so many factors with mechanicals and that. You know, the Epic's a different beast, but I think we've got the ability. We should just
pencil it in.
We should pencil it in. Pencil in with a pen, though.
Permanent marker.
Yeah, I think we should. I definitely think we should.
That means training camps and stuff, and
just getting ready. You know, preparing.
Just like.
Speaking of, I mean, a little bit off, but the gravel burn. I mean, that's an event. That's a gravel event, but also multi-stage race in the Karoo end of October. There's a potential opportunity for us to be racing it, be part of a team. Again, we'll share more information on that when we have it, but I think that's a good goal, and I think it would be a good kind of preparation or introduction into, you know,
the elite level of off-road stuff.
That's it. The nice thing about gravel is that it's so inclusive, you know, whether you're a mountain biker or a roadie, you can do it. Where I think as a pure roadie, to be competitive on a mountain bike, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's a different sport.
Very different.
Where gravel's kind of in the middle, so it's brilliant. And I think a nice introduction into that.
Yeah.
Something we can work up towards.
Cool. Yeah. Hopefully we can share some details on that. That's Ryan's project. So see what he comes through with, but it's looking good.
It's looking positive, yeah. So we'll definitely share more information on that.
Cool. Okay. Well, next thing. Use my laptop.
There we go. Mine's off. Yeah. So make sure this is Catherine's laptop.
I'll just email you. Giro, first week. Been quite a week of racing, typical Giro conditions, lots of crashes.
Yeah, wet, cold, miserable.
But exciting nevertheless.
So exciting. I mean, as we touched on, 2 weeks ago, the Giro is always a mixed bag. You're always going to have terrible weather. You're always going to have these crazy long 250k stages. I think the organisers just need to rein it in a little bit. I mean, you see some of those finishes.
Yeah.
Cobblestones, in the wet, corner 500 meters to go. Ridiculous.
I remember that from all those under 23 races. Yeah. Like, they don't actually care.
No.
They're going to make it super.
It's going to be exciting,
sketchy,
you know?
And yeah, cool. It makes for exciting racing.
Natural selection, you know, survival of the fittest. But I mean, I think it's been super exciting. I think, as expected, Jonas has been quite dominant. I mean, he's not in the leader's jersey, but he's won 2 stages. It has been quite, you know, Navarez from UAE has won 2 stages. Paul Manier's won 2 stages. Jonas has won 2 stages. So it has been. Specific people have been dominating,
but not not without the other guys putting in really good effort. Even the second stage Navarez won was who was the guy with him?
Mikkel Bjerg and
Leknesund. Yeah. So obviously Mikkel Bjerg did a phenomenal. He's like that was a monster.
78 k's to go. Decide let's ride away. And
that's such exciting racing. Like racing
brilliant.
In 2s.
Exactly.
But yeah, then the other guy Leknesund. Once Navarez attacked, he kind of lost the gap, brought it back a bit, and then Navarez. So it's super exciting, and yeah, it's been good to watch from that aspect.
I mean, again, UAE, they've had a shocker with the crashes in the first few days. They lost Javon, they lost Adam Yates, they lost Mark Soler. You know, they're on their hands and knees. Maybe guys who wouldn't have had opportunity, and you know,
that's a nice thing about it. Like the silver lining is it gives Oaks opportunity.
And did you see that? How was that stage where the UAE rider, I think it was Arteta, the young Spanish guy, and the Portuguese rider from Bahrain, who's now in the pink jersey? You know, the 2 of them were away. We knew it was going to come down to one of them, and then UAE crash.
Yeah.
Bahrain's he's got it in the bag. He then crashes. UAE catches up to him. He then goes the wrong way. I mean, what a stage was that? I thought it was like
it's almost like watching a movie in a way, but like obviously not. But just shows you how treacherous the conditions were as well. Those guys are good bike riders, and they're going around the corner, not taking any risk and just losing the wheel.
Exactly, slippery roads. I mean, that's just so Italian, but. yeah, it's so exciting to watch.
Yeah, definitely. And then, what's it, how do you say his name?
Yeah, Afonso Ilor.
The guy now is in pink.
Yes, yeah.
He had a great ride yesterday.
As well.
Coming 5th on the
Unbelievable.
stage. Beating Ben O'Connor, Jai Hindley, Pilizzari.
Yeah.
Like, no one called that.
I mean, they say that's the typical thing with when you've got a leader's jersey, you know, the strength of a leader's jersey, it gives you extra 20 watts. And I mean, phenomenal ride by him to take the pink jersey when it was on stage 6. But they gave him what, a 3-minute buffer, just about. And of course, the guys like Vingegaard and Felix Gall, they're going to chip away at that. But, you know, well done to him. And if he continues to ride like this, you know, it'd be amazing if he could end up on the podium. And
it's like, it showed that it's possible. I mean, he's beaten the rest of the competitors.
Exactly.
So yeah, like you say, pink jersey power. Eh?
It would be so spectacular. And also these new names, you know, going into this as well with sprinters like Groenewegen, like Johnny Milan, you know, Paul Magnier has been phenomenal and he was quite dominant last year in smaller races. You know, he won a lot of stages in like races like Tour of Guangxi. I think he won 5 out of the 6 stages. But first Grand Tour or second Grand Tour, and, you know, almost an outsider, but great to see him. Great to see now this young Portuguese rider in the Maglia Rosa. Yeah, awesome to watch. And that's what you want. You don't want it to be so dominated by one particular person.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of that, like Jonas, the way he's riding, obviously he's head and shoulders above the rest of the guys at the field, but you get a sense that he's holding something back. Would that be, you know, like in your kind of thinking, would that be tactics for this race specifically, or do you think he's looking bigger at the Tour, you know, not burn too many matches now unnecessarily, win the Giro, great accomplishment, but still with the Tour de France as the main goal?
I definitely think that is still a big goal. I mean, don't get me wrong, winning the Giro would make him part of a select few who've won all the Grand Tours. It's definitely a very big goal for him. I think realistically he knows he can win this, where the Tour racing against Poggi, it's 50-50. But he does look like he's riding defensively. This whole season, you know, even in Catalunya and things like that, he's always been on the back, you know, not willing to roll through. Yes, does an attack towards the end, but he isn't making big gaps, you know. So I don't know, maybe he's not quite on a top form. Maybe he is a little bit reserved. Maybe he is at his limit. But I do agree with you. I think he's definitely got the Tour in mind, but having said that, you know, of course he's at a Grand Tour, you know, one of the biggest races in the world. He's going to do all he can to win this.
No, sure. I mean, he still did like 6.5 watts a kg for 35 minutes, I think, up that blockhouse, and got the record of all time.
Yes.
So
yeah, he's definitely holding back. He's definitely
not hanging about. But then, once again, looking at Felix Gall, like, he's definitely stepped up this year.
Definitely.
And you could see it, even maybe blockhouse he went in as he would have done in previous years.
Yes.
But yesterday's stage, he's like, you know, screw that.
He took it on. Yeah.
And
he got his team to control all day. I mean, Decathlon were from the beginning, and a day where you'd almost feel bad because that breakaway, there was no one really dangerous in it. You know, Ciccone had lost some time.
I was going to say, Ciccone was a bit unlucky there.
It's just, and that's cycling, you know. It's on a different day. Who knows? The peloton might have said, listen, these guys aren't a threat for the GC. Let them go have the stage. But Decathlon, you could see Felix wanted to win that, and it's
good for cycling to have another team that, you know, Decathlon previously 5 years ago plus would never have been the team to take up the controlling, go for a stage victory on a GC day, maybe in the mountains or something. But it's really great for the cycling aspect, except if you're Ciccone.
Exactly.
I mean, he had a great ride. He tried to go in the break early on a few times, never got away. You thought, okay, that's it. Then rides across with about 70k to go.
Exactly.
Which was super impressive. Gets across and then drops everyone.
And also, you know, when he was in that group, he was still doing the lion's share of the work. You know, he obviously wanted to keep the impetus, he wanted to keep the momentum. So guys would skip turns. You know, Movistar had 2 riders, and he was always, every time they showed him, he was on the front, you know, keeping it going. So doing the lion's share of the work, and then riding away, being the strongest of that group.
I mean, even just before that last climb, he still looked like he had it. Still looked like, you know, depending on how the guys at the back race. And then all of a sudden the GC guys went, and it just shows you, you know, they're a bit fresher on the wheels. Teammates been doing everything.
And being, you know, especially the climb was really, really steep at the end, but the first part of the climb wasn't that steep. And you're getting massive benefit being on the wheels and the slipstream, and the general speed of the peloton is always going to go faster.
No, definitely.
But super exciting, and I mean, I think Jonas, my money would still be on him for the GC, but I think it's going to be an awesome next 2 weeks.
Top 3?
I mean, Felix Gall is going to lose a lot of time in that TT.
And he even said so, yeah.
And he's always had a bad day in a Grand Tour. You know, Jonas, I think he's going to win it. Pilizzari wasn't looking amazing yesterday.
At the back all day.
wasn't looking special. Hindley, he's also a previous winner of the Giro. I think he'll end up on the podium. And it would be amazing if the young, Portuguese rider from Bahrain
can hang on.
Afonso, that would be quite special, so let's try back him.
Okay, sure. No, I agree with obviously Jonas. I think Felix will hang on. I don't know if he'll be second, but I'm sure he'll be in the top 3. And then I agree with the guy like Jai. He's still, he doesn't look like he's tired, but he's maybe missing that explosivity.
Just missing that 1 or 2%, yeah.
Maybe get better on the next 2 weeks.
And when he was second in the Giro the 1 year and he won it, I think the following year or 2 years later, and he was always the kind of guy who would get better as the race progressed. Yeah. So maybe he's going to find his new legs.
Lieutenant Dan. Okay. If you were to mention a standout rider for this week, one rider, and it can't be someone who's won a stage, and it can't be the person who's in the GC lead.
Okay.
Who would it be?
If I was to, that is a very, very good question. I would say someone like a Mikkel Bjerg. I know we did mention him, but prior to UAE losing half their riders, he was doing a lot of work on the front. Chips are down. That ride he did with 2-3 days ago was phenomenal. He instigated that attack, rode away from the peloton with 2 guys, did the majority of the work as well with Navarro's on his wheel. Also good mates of mine, so maybe I'm a bit biased, but Mikkel Bjerg thus far,
And I think he listens to a few of the snippets of the pod.
Oh, he does. So hopefully, like him. Hope he listens to. And you, who do you think?
Matteo Sobrera.
Okay, yeah.
Also a bit biased, ex-teammate of mine.
Yes.
Long ago, but the one day I think he was looking after Derek G West.
Yes.
I don't know why it's G West now, or is just Derek G?
Derek G West.
Got married or something.
Yes.
And he was super, super strong. Just bringing him back, keeping him in the front, and doing a large portion of the work. And just a rider who was really, really good at under 23 level. He's been in the elite level for a long time now. Maybe hasn't had so many standout results, but always a good rider, and definitely someone who could potentially do something like a Ciccone on a stage like yesterday.
If he gets his opportunity, he's a versatile rider. He can climb, he can sprint a little bit. Super nice guy. I think that's a good call. Good shout.
That'll be cool.
Good shout.
Yeah, get him to like the pod as well.
Definitely. Other racing. Let's talk about firstly the women's Volta. That was 2 weeks ago when we were at Sani. Firstly, another thing what I love about women's cycling, and that also going exactly if you compare it to the Giro. In the Giro, there's been 9 stages, but the same guys are winning, and it's always the same names. In the women's Volta, every single stage was won by a different rider, so it wasn't completely dominated by one person, which I think is super, super cool. Of course, Blassie and Van der Breggen were head and shoulders above, well, not head and shoulders, but they were definitely the strongest. Blassie has had a phenomenal year.
I was just about to say, before she won Amstel, you wouldn't really speak about her or anything like that, and then obviously knows that she's capable of winning motivation. Obviously works a bit harder.
Success breeds success.
And goes and wins the Volta.
Unbelievable. Just after Amstel was 3rd at Flèche, I think 5th at Liège, goes into that, and
that's
phenomenal.
Season,
No, that's really amazing to see. Ash Morgan Pasio as well. She was phenomenal. She was fighting for that King of the Mountains jersey. Was really aggressive, really attacking. And unfortunately, ended up second behind Blassie in the King of the Mountains jersey. But awesome to see Ash, flying the flag. And I really hope we are going to see her at the Women's Tour de France this year. For her final season as a pro. She's had a phenomenal, illustrious career. And it really would be amazing to see her go out with a bang.
She got an injury or something now last 2 weeks or something.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I saw it on her Instagram.
Oh, dear.
She pulled out of the race.
She didn't start. She didn't start the women's Basque Country. It's Julia.
So hopefully that's not too serious.
Oh, shame. Yeah, that's sad to hear. And then also the women's Basque Country, Italia. I think that was also dominated by SD Works. It's also such a hard race. We spoke about the men's one a couple of weeks back with just steep climbs, narrow roads. The weather was a little bit better for them. But that Dutch, what is her name?
That's how you know.
Yeah, please do. She won the first stage.
Mishka Bredevold.
Misha Bredevold, yeah. So she won stage 1. Also, I think every stage she was in the top 10 or so,
Yeah, super consistent. She won stage 1. She won stage 1.
Was she not in the top? Was she not?
My research skills are not that.
Oh, really?
Good.
Okay.
I can tell you the point, and she won the points jersey.
Yes, she won the points jersey. Yeah. So I think,
and her team won. No, they didn't win.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. It's a great bit of knowledge. Yeah, we'll have to get a bit better.
There's so much racing going on at the moment in Europe. if you look, there's from every category: juniors, under 23s. There's Nations Cups happening. There was 3 women's races happening concurrently. You know, the one I think somewhere in South America. Kate Courtney won a stage of that. You know, there was a Nations Cup, I think, under 23 girls as well in Switzerland or Czech, somewhere around there. Anyway, there's just so much racing going on. Also, Tour of Hungary. You know, we've got a vested interest there.
Tour of Hungary was super exciting. And your ex, was he in your team when you were there?
Yes, Soderquist.
He ended up winning the overall and crashed on the last stage.
In the yellow jersey, in the gutter.
In the crosswind with Plappy, I think, was there.
Yes. Super exciting race. I mean, Milieu dominant in the sprints.
What did he win? 4 stages?
3 stages, I think it was. Soderquist, I mean, TT under 23 world champion, super dominant. You know, such a great guy, powerhouse. I mean, still young, lot to learn. Came from mountain biking, but yeah, he won stage 4 from a solo break in horrible conditions. You know, typical Scandinavian. And yeah, crashed in that final stage in the crosswinds. Plappy, you know, awesome, exciting attacking racing from him.
He's looking good as well.
Really looking good.
Strong, and he's a listener of the pod.
He is. So Plappy, yeah, shout out to you. Well done. You finished on the podium there. But yeah, you animated that race and you really ripped it up. Yeah, but sort of crashing on that stage and then fortunately getting back, you know, shrugging off it a little bit and yeah, getting back into the mix. It was a sprint finish with a group of 40 in the end, but still there, and yeah, picking up a victory there. So yeah, amazing ride by him, and I think yeah, definitely a name to watch for the future.
Yeah, nice, chapeau, well done.
South Africans were there. Stefan and Byron. I think Byron pulled out. I'm not sure if he got sick or something, but Stefan.
Where did he finish?
25th on GC.
So you know your stats, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I always got to follow the South Africans. But yeah, good to see Stefan in there. I mean, maybe not a race that really suits him on paper, but yeah, he's super consistent. You know, I think the best of his team. So, Tour of Hungary, you know, it used to be a small race, but now a lot of the World Tour teams are doing it, so it's definitely a hard race.
Didn't realise it's a pro race.
Yeah, pro race, yeah. It was a 0.1 a few years ago. Last year it was, I think, pro for the first time, and now. But yeah, definitely hope Stefan, you know, he hasn't raced, I think, since Catalonia. I'm not sure what he's got.
Yeah.
I know he's got Tour de Wallonie on his horizon, but I think that's only July, but I'm not sure what he's doing in June. But yeah, it would be awesome to see him and Byron again flying that SA flag.
My brother was actually saying he's based in Philadelphia, and there's a new pro race. I don't know if you saw that. And their team's on the start list.
Okay.
It's quite a hilly route, so wouldn't be surprised if Stefan and Byron are going there. 1-day race, though.
Yes, they used to have it years and years ago.
Yeah.
So good to see that's back on the calendar.
Looks like a super exciting circuit. So yeah.
They'll definitely be their modern adventure. Yeah, being an American team.
I'll get Devin to go stand there with the South African flag.
Yeah.
Maybe get some photos or something.
Yeah, we should go as well. You know, support our boys.
Would be cool. Devin keeps saying we need to go race some of those criteriums there.
I don't know if I want to do that.
I think that'll be good for you. I wouldn't feature at all, but
you don't know that you were dominant at the Northgate Crits.
Northgate Crits, yeah, that was a blast of the
back
past.
In the day, that's why we both actually went prepared. Well, we chased the cycling dream,
yeah,
because we of those Northgate Crits. So shout out to Northcliffe Cycles and Alex for those.
No, those are awesome, man. Need something like that again.
100%. You know, easy in a car park every Tuesday night. You know, race for an hour plus 1 lap or 45 minutes in 1 lap. And
some beer money.
Yeah, but that was literally what it was.
Yeah.
I was there at 16, 17. Whatever you won that night was what you had to spend that night. And yeah, sometimes you came back with change.
Good man. Okay, what's next? We are racing Race to the Sun in 2 weeks' time.
Race to the Sun, so that's from Hearties to Sun City. So it's relatively flat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pan flat. I think you only climb maybe 1,500 meters in the whole thing.
It's quite a bit.
I'm being generous there.
Oh, okay.
Probably less than that.
But what's 100 miles, so 160 Ks?
Yeah. You start off on the canals through Hearties area there, and it's super fast. Pretty smooth normally.
Champagne gravel.
I wouldn't call it champagne gravel, but it's not too hectic. And then there's a couple of tar sections in the beginning as well, keep the speed up. And then just before the halfway point, it gets a bit interesting, a few more lefts and rights, and the road gets a bit rougher. And then the real racing starts from halfway. Big district road, and every time we've done it, it's quite corrugated and messy.
It's slightly dragging up the whole way, isn't it, as well?
Drags up the whole way. So they actually have a KOM there, and it's so strange because it's not a climb, but you can feel it's a KOM because it's you're on the power the whole time. And last year we went through this reserve.
I think you do it again this year.
We'll do it this year, but we do less of it. So as far as I understand, we do the perimeter fence of the reserve, so it'll be better. Okay. Last year was a bit
technical, but
soft sand and lots of left rights, and you couldn't really pedal. It was a bit dodgy.
Okay.
So after that, then you head up to the KOM, And then there's a weird section that the good guys on technical skills always ride it, and you go down this steep like little dip into like a ravine, and then up the other side, and it's like rocky and everything. But they actually ride on the rocks that are used to kind of be the foundation of
okay, what, on like a lip?
On like, those rocks that are in like a cage.
Yes.
They ride on that.
Okay, are you allowed to?
Yeah.
I thought it was a compulsory portage section, or is that not?
No,
okay.
Compulsory if you should.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have mountain bike shoes, nor do you. So we just ride my road shoes.
I walk up there every year, and my shoes still got the same shoes. They're still going strong.
And the cleats, because I mean.
No, they make it.
Okay, because my biggest fear is that like I probably won't be in the mix, but maybe thereabouts, and then I get to the top of this thing and like my cleats in half, because my road cleats aren't able to endure running up a rocky climb.
No, they'll make it.
Okay, so I should.
After that is it's not too far to the finish, but it's quite rough as well. You go along a train track basically, and there's lots of that loose rock.
Lovely.
And that, and now I'm interested to see what they do. And they used to take us onto the tar road, that last tar section where the road bends a bit left and you can kind of see Sun City about 10 k's out. Used to just go on tar there.
Okay.
Last couple of years, I think it's for a safety thing, they put you next to the road.
Okay.
And they've just like cut the grass, and they like make you ride through there. And it's like so mentally challenging, because the speed you could be going on the road, and you're like bouncing up and down. But I think they've graded it and they've smoothed it out. So
I know that, we used to do a thing every single year where we used to cycle to Sun City, and it was always in December, so the South African summer. And by the time we got out there, it was 35 degrees. We hadn't had bottles for the last 2 hours, because we always there was a midway point where we'd stop and we'd convince ourselves, it's 90 k's there, we'll be fine. And then you get to like 30 k's to go, and
there's nothing. Bone
dry, and we're hallucinating. And so I've suffered many, many times on that road. Maybe less so than other people, but I think I'm able to suffer on that last piece.
Yeah, it'll be good. You said you might not be in the mix, but you said to me as well that it's a goal for you. So we're going to need to do a gravel ride this weekend, maybe make sure that you've got like your spares.
Some planning.
Check the pressure. And
what sort of, the bike came stock standard, so I have no idea gears, tire pressure. People are saying I need wider tires, is that right, or am I fine?
It's a tricky one, because all the mountain bikers go super narrow tires on the gravel bike, and all the road oaks put as big a tire as you can.
Yeah.
But I think a good kind of middle ground is a 45C tire.
Okay, mine's 40, so I'll definitely need to go.
So are we getting you those tires from Darwin?
Really what, Cinturato?
Yeah.
Okay.
I use them at Garden Route Giro. They're pretty robust, and they're also still quite fast.
Cool.
And then that'll be about 2 bar. I raced a 2 bar Garden Route. I don't know.
2 bar it is. Yeah, that's a round number. I think that's the way to go.
It's easy to see on the pump.
Yeah.
Anyone can get it there. So
perfect. 2 bar it is.
It's also one thing from Sani. Mountain bikers work in PSI. They'll be 23.6
PSI.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
In Europe as well, everyone's just on PSI. And also like Ryan, what's your tire pressure? I'm like 5 bar. And the guy's like, what? What does that even mean? Is that an American thing or a British thing? Or
I have no idea. I think it's
European or definitely PSI as well.
Okay, maybe we should switch.
Maybe it's more precise, because 2 bars quite just
precise.
Yeah, precisely.
Okay.
So that's but also I think you're a little bit unwell now, but you've been putting in some miles again. So I think you're definitely also up for Race to the Sun. You've always been pretty competitive there, no?
No.
No, okay. That's why I said no.
See, as you can hear, I'm dying. But no, I think my best result is 10th. Last year I had my bike, I don't know what happened actually. I hit a stick or something, my gears just stopped working.
Okay.
I couldn't change gears. It was in the hardest gear.
That's the right gear.
Yeah, when you're on Isabel's bike. Yeah. And I climbed on Jared's bike, and then I did a massive effort. I got like within 20 seconds back to the group, but then I exploded.
Just never got back there.
And that I've had that a couple of times in the past as well.
Just missing that little edge,
Yeah. So
maybe you and Jai Hindley need to train a bit more together.
Yeah, we bet in the 3rd week. But I just need to recover from this, have a few Carenzas, and then
you'll be good to go.
Good nap.
Yeah, you'll be good to go.
I'll be able to breathe by that stage. So yeah, it'll be good fun. It's always a nice one.
Looking forward to that. Yeah. So that's the next one. What's that? 2 weeks from now. 2
weeks from now, and then I don't know if you saw, I announced the Amashova trip.
Yes, I saw that.
Made quite a nice PDF. Took me a long time to make that.
You or ChatGPT?
No, that was me.
I was like, you. Well done.
Yeah. And also I use Claude.
So cheaper than ChatGPT. Free version.
But no, I think that'll be quite cool. Roughly 620 Ks or so over 4 days.
4 days, lovely.
Then the one day after that, we'll have like a rest day. You can do a pre-race ride. and then race Amashova on the Sunday.
Cool.
Which is second race of the 3 races of Triple Crown.
Yeah.
So a big goal for the team.
Yeah. I don't know if like riding 4 days in a row of like 150 to 200 Ks is the most adequate preparation.
So what I've done is I've tapered it. So you start 200 Ks is day 1,
Yeah.
168 day 2, 145, and then 100.
Okay, that's wise. I also think that's going to be my biggest week this year, leading up to a goal race. So yeah, adequate preparation. That's
You're always good in the later stages of the Grand Tours as well, so.
yeah, because I'd been preparing for a Grand Tour and had been training 30 hours a week.
You just said you had the biggest week of your career.
Of my career.
Your career of your year.
In the last 4 months, last week was my biggest week, and I'm on my hands and knees. I can't even stand.
Oh, got Schmutz.
I went to the gym as well, which was just overkill. I'm cramping at night. Speaking of cramping, I've got a couple of would you rathers. Did I tell you some of those?
I don't know. You've told me a few. I hope these ones are the PG ones.
These are PG ones.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, I'll start with the first one. Would you rather have a man named Fitzgerald spoon feed you mayonnaise twice a day, or randomly lose the ability to speak English for 90 minutes a day at random times? But every single day you're going to lose the ability to speak English for 90 minutes.
Okay.
Or Fitzgerald is feeding you mayonnaise.
Well, you got to ask a few questions.
Not Hellman's mayonnaise, not like Heinz.
Is it the light mayonnaise?
No, not light. Not the tangy one either. Like Heinz, like full fat.
Perinaise, no?
No, not Perinaise. And it's a big spoon.
Oof.
And Fitzgerald, like he's forceful, like he's going to ensure that
What
you
does
get...
he look like?
You don't need to speak about what Fitzgerald looks like. Doesn't matter. Does it matter?
I think it would matter if he's like a big, scary looking dude, or if he's like a gentle person.
I think he'll have soft hands.
From all the mayo.
Yeah, but he'll wear gloves as well.
Latex gloves.
Latex gloves, safety first. Would you take the mayo from Fitzgerald?
Sure.
Or lose the ability to speak? I mean,
If I could lose ability to speak,
yes.
Would I speak a different language, or was it I just don't speak at all?
No, you can speak another language, just not
Can
English.
I choose a language?
You can. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But it can't be Afrikaans. Or Spanish, or Italian, or French, or I'm kidding, it can be anything. You do lose the ability to speak English though for 90 minutes a day on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just kidding.
No, that's because of Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
The mayonnaise is tangy. You can't speak after that. I sound like that now. Okay, I think I'll take the mayonnaise.
I think so as well.
But it's random times, eh? So I could be just chilling here, and then he walks in with a spoon, and he's just like.
It's just twice a day, spoonful of mayonnaise, and then
Eventually, my mates would get used to it, though. They'd understand. Oh, where's Fitzgerald? He must be coming soon.
I think Fitzgerald will become a mate. I mean, if you're going to see Fitzgerald twice a day, every single day, you're very soon going to become mates. Maybe you've got lots in common. Maybe Fitzgerald's a good cyclist.
Maybe you can teach me a thing.
Exactly.
Maybe get him on the pod.
So you're a mayonnaise man.
What would you do?
I think every single day, like 2 big scoops of mayonnaise.
I don't think it's that much. I think I could do it now. Luckily, we don't have mayonnaise, but...
I'm going to force feed you. Okay, when I say Fitzgerald, Ryan is going to feed you mayonnaise twice a day.
Isn't that your middle name?
Okay, there was a couple other ones about cramping. Would you rather swallow a spider every single night for the rest of your life, but it's in the night and you're not aware of it? You're going to wake up and you're going to feel like something on the back of your throat maybe, or maybe something in the tummy, or you're going to have terrible, terrible leg cramps 4 times a week.
Sure.
You don't know the size of the spider, but you're unaware of it. You might like have a camera in your room, so you can...
But what happens to you after the spider goes in your mouth? Like, are you like dead?
No.
Like, are you like, you can't speak properly?
I think
you need some mayonnaise.
You need mayonnaise after to wash the spider down. I don't know, just have you ever had leg cramps? I mean, I used to get it...
My DNA test shows that I'm quite bad with cramps.
With cramps, you must have more magnesium, more potassium, more electrolytes.
I've got my multivitamins over there.
Good man.
I think I would, if you don't know it's a spider, take the spider, because it could be, that's how I feel now.
And also you don't like cramping, hey? Like cramping, I've never had bad cramps though.
The worst is when you're cramping your feet.
Yeah, I actually have had that.
And then you're just useless.
You can't walk,
you're done. Have you ever had that in a swimming pool? You basically drown.
You're going to die.
Because you can't kick.
Never had that. Have you ever cramps in your upper body?
No, I don't have any muscles in my upper body.
I remember I was in a breakaway at one race where I was out of my depths and didn't eat or drink because I was very unprofessional.
It was stage 2 of Sani.
Yeah, it was actually, there we go. And I just remember cramping in both also, I don't know if I'm not very muscular in my upper body, but I cramped in my shoulders, in my pecs, in my triceps and biceps at the same time, and my like forearms. You have muscles in your forearms. Literally thought I was going to die.
And ever since then, you've done 100 push-ups a day?
And eaten spiders every night.
Good on you, good on you. You've told us a few of these would you rathers, and one of them was quite funny. I can't remember the exact term, it's probably a bit PG, but one of the points was like, would you rather do X or would you rather be Jared Hay?
And I think regardless of what X is.
And we were very, that was a hard one to work out what we'd rather do. So, yeah, X it is.
X it is. X it is.
I found a funny thing the other day on Instagram as well. Captain doesn't like it, but I think it's quite funny. And you can use it as well.
Yes, I'm going to.
Next time you introduce Jenna to someone new, you'd be like, have you met my ex-girlfriend? Because technically she is your ex-girlfriend.
Because now she's your wife.
She's fiancée, your wife.
Sure, I don't think that's wise. Yeah. I think Catherine and Jenna are quite similar people in that way, that their sense of humor is very similar, I think. And I think
what do you mean by that?
They both would not find that funny. Both would not find that funny. I know for a fact Jenna would not find that funny. I understand why Catherine doesn't find that funny.
Check my ex-girlfriend over there.
I'm not going to laugh. I'm going to laugh at you, not with you.
That'll be interesting.
One thing that we wanted to talk about as well, which is we've seen a lot of in races of late, going back to the professional cycling, is the amount of crashes. I mean, for those who've watched the Giro, those who watched the Women's Vuelta, those who watched Tour of Hungary, yes, the weather hasn't been ideal, but there has been horrendous crashes in every single race, and people are hurting themselves. It's not just like a bit of road rash and a graze. It's bad.
The crash, I think it was Killen O'Brien,
yes,
from Jayco.
In Hungary.
Went down super hard now, like 3 days ago.
Into that barrier.
Right-hander, just losing the front wheel, and he slides
straight under the barrier. I thought he lost his head.
Great helmet. Must be a Met.
Must be. Similar thing though with the UAE guys, I think on stage 2 or 3 of the Giro, going around a corner, going into that barrier. I mean, what do race organizers do? It's nothing they can do. These are public roads. You know, they can't put hay bales or foam around every single barrier. I mean, it's just not practical or plausible.
I think it's just the sport that you sign up for, unfortunately.
It's just one of those things.
Like it's unfortunately part of it. And it's kind of some of the reason why I got a bit despondent to be so competitive in it is because the risks are massive. And even just training, anything can happen.
And I suppose, you can't control, you can only control so much, but there's so many factors, the weather, the roads could be slippery, there could be oil, it could be no fault of your own. Someone crashes in front of you.
Like was this crash in China?
Yeah.
There was a video and he's going and he just, like a straight road, just
goes down. Nothing you can do, nowhere to go. And again, if there's an oncoming car or you're going off the side of a road and there's a drop or something, you never know what could happen. It is a dangerous sport, and I think we do put ourselves out there. And I think especially those who are racing, you're pushing those barriers even more. You're pushing that envelope, taking that chance. Is it worth it? I mean, for me it wasn't. A big part of why I also stopped was the risk.
Yeah, you had some bad crashes. What is that one where you got kind of sandwiched in the lead out? You're like third or fourth wheel, and guys just kind of sandwiched you, and you went. I was
ping-ponging between Groenewegen when he still rode for Visma or Jumbo back in the day, and Fernando Gaviria when he rode for Quickstep, and I was bouncing between them, went down, got ridden over by about 100 guys, my fork snapped, and I don't remember the next 2 days of my life.
So that was a bad one. Then also I don't know how you missed that one where Jakobsen
he lost his face.
Had such a bad crash.
Yeah. Tour of Poland 2020.
That was insane. Like you were the first guy I think behind
who didn't go down.
To fly and stuff, and you dodged the whole thing.
I think I was going on barriers. I mean, it was stage 1 of Poland. Everyone knew it. They've changed it the last few years, I think, since that crash, thankfully. But I had a 56.11 spinning out at 80 k's an hour, and a guy crashes in front of you. There's nowhere to go. There's barriers flying. It's that day, touch wood. I didn't go down, thankfully, but I have gone down as well. A fair few times.
No, you've crashed a few times. What happens to the best of us?
It does. You've crashed as well.
We crashed together once.
We have.
When you gave me some very choice words. So we're doing SA Champs in Oudtshoorn, and I was riding for the Dimension Data feeder team in the Conti team, and you were in the pro team. And we had probably 10 guys at least there at the race. And our objective is obviously for one of the people to win from our team, but I think you were one of the guys in the team we looked after, and there's a couple other guys, and obviously racing against Daryl. And at that stage, Daryl was really doing well internationally. And breakaway went away early on in the stage. 20 guys or so going there. We each had like 3 guys in there, so don't have to chase or anything. Pro Touch were there before I joined them, and they were riding in assistance of Daryl.
Yeah, of course they were.
And they put in the gutter on lap 1, trying to close this breakaway now. They all go away.
Get shelled, yeah.
And then Daryl blitzens it. I turn out to be the first guy on his wheel. Look back and there's only like 13 of us left. The rest of our Dimension Data team, Clint and a couple others.
Yeah.
And obviously Daryl's now pacing by himself, trying to close a 20-man gap. He looks at me, I'm not going to roll. Flicks his arm, I'm not going to roll. Flicks his arm again, I'm not going to roll. He's obviously getting pissed off. And he decides to pull a maneuver which I don't think was so fair.
Oh, a brake check.
A brake check.
Oh, lovely, yes.
At like 50k an hour.
Yes,
and
I do remember that.
I was the first guy behind him, ended up crashing, which then you guys all crashed into me.
Yes.
And first thing you thought was my fault, so you
Well, you were the first guy to go down.
That's probably why I have a disease now, because karma.
Yeah, you deserve this. No, I do remember that was the race that I was really preparing for, and I was this protected rider at that one, and it all went up in smoke. So thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Kent.
So no one thought that it was Daryl's fault. Except I knew what had happened because they're obviously behind me. No one believed me. Everyone hates me. I get to the team dinner that night and we obviously haven't won because Daryl ended up going to win the race, which was still bloody impressive. He got across to that front group, stuffed them all up. So proper ride, but everyone's upset with me. I'm just like feeling sorry for myself. Maybe it was my fault. No. Get a phone call from some private number. I don't know. I don't have this oak's number. Oh, how's it? Is that Kent? I'm like, yeah. It's like, it's Daryl here. I just wanted to apologize about today, a racing incident. These things happen. I didn't do it on purpose. And I felt much better after that.
Did you? Well, when you got that phone call, I was at the George Hospital with a concussion. So thanks, Daryl, for the apology. All is great. But
I think he did apologize.
No, he did apologize to me eventually.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, he did.
When was it? In Girona?
In Girona, after a couple of Dos Kiwi beers, but he did apologize eventually, took ownership. But he pleaded ignorance. It was not ignorance, but he didn't admit guilt for many, many years. Did one up him the next year, got the win over him, fortunately. But
Hoodspray.
Yeah, in Hoodspray. But thank you. Thank you for apologizing, Daryl. And we're going to throw you under the bus because we know it was your fault.
Oh, hectic.
Otherwise, what's going on in your life? You've been quite busy wedding planning, and there's a lot of intricacies around planning a wedding, with families and invites and things like that. How are you finding that, and table seating?
Yes. No, I'm doing well. We went and looked at our decor the other day, and that's basically looking at flowers and
I know what it means, yeah.
And cutlery and stuff like that. And
the important thing.
I was proud to say that I chose the number thing. So when you see at the wedding, each table's got a number.
You chose that.
I chose that thing.
That's probably going to stand out for me. Yeah. I think that's probably going to be the highlight of the wedding, is the numbers on the table.
But I didn't realize this. I thought it was paid for already. So every time this lady's like saying, "What about this?" I'm like, I had 3 of those, 4 of these. Catherine's like looking at me, kicking me under the table. I don't know what it meant. As we drove away, she's like, each one of those things you add is like money.
Adds to it.
So
have you got the line item? I remember our venue line item thing where it's like straws and serviettes and tablecloths and it just never ends.
No, I haven't got that.
Ashtrays. I mean, I don't think maybe 4 people smoked at my wedding, but every table had an ashtray, and you pay for that.
No smoking, no vaping.
Yeah, that's good. I look forward to your wedding.
No children under 18.
Oh, is that the rule? Are you going to enforce that? Or?
Yeah, I think we're going to try.
I think you should.
Yeah.
We had some children, I think, for our ceremony, like flower girls and things like that. But I think after that, it was time to go.
What, do you send them in an Uber or what after that?
Yeah, you just make a tent for them and pitch a tent for them, and they can just go chill there.
That's clever.
Yeah, it's a time for the parents to just have a bit of a jaw. It's about family and mates, and I think that's.
What are you doing with Campbell?
Campbell's going to be staying at my parents because on the same day as your wedding, Jen's cousin is getting wedding, James and Jess. So Jen's parents will be there, and Campbell will go to my folks. I think they're going to stay at our house because he's just set up there with his bath.
I'm impressed that you guys are coming to our wedding. I thought you'd go to Jen's cousin.
I mean, I do have quite a big role at your wedding, so I didn't.
What is your role? Did you get invite?
Yeah, I did.
Not everyone got invites, right?
Apparently not. No, I did. I mean, I was waiting. I was checking my mailbox every morning, you know, and I was starting to get a bit nervous, had that pit in my stomach. But finally, I opened that mailbox, and there was the envelope. You know, smelled amazing, and yeah, really nice stationery used in that envelope. But yeah, you invited me to be the best man. So. Yeah. Huge honor, really appreciate it, and yeah, I will show up and hopefully can be your best man. Be your best man.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's important.
Yeah. I also think it was just kind of you did it out of sympathy because you were my best man, so now it's only fair.
Oh well, that was a deciding factor.
Yeah, I know it was probably
but I think it'll be. I think you're the best option. And also, you are the best man.
But it's the best out of a bad bunch, you know. Because if I was, Jen and I were speaking about it as well, and it's like, okay, your brother's not here. I know he will be here for the wedding, but you know, then should I name drop? Should I not name drop?
You can name drop.
Like Munchie legend, Ruan legend, Stu legend. Yeah, I think I was definitely the best out of a bad bunch to be diplomatic.
I think so. So yeah, we'll see. Have you started planning the bachelor party?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I started.
Like we were in May.
I started 10 years ago, man. I started this long time ago.
Just remember, I got to make it to the wedding. So.
No, don't worry about it. You and Stu really looked after me for my bachelors, and I think you guys had a nice theme. So not to give you any clues or hints, but I think we'll do something similar for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Saw these guys at Pirates the other night, and I think it was a bachelor party, and they had to come to our table and they had to sing to us, and we had to record them, and we had to enjoy it. And
what did they sing?
Pirates of the Caribbean, some rendition of Pirates of the Caribbean theme song or something. But I don't want to do any of that stuff.
Oh, no.
No.
So you're not going to walk you like a dog or make you beg or make you... No, I agree with that. You know, I know it's a tradition, but, you know, why humiliate your mates? You know, they're getting ready to celebrate their big day, uplift them, you know. Of course, maybe give them a couple drinks more than they'd like, but other than that, yeah, they should have a fun day, and yeah, it's not about making fun of them or belittling them.
Good. I'm glad.
There we go.
Glad to hear that.
So you don't have to worry. Carson doesn't have to worry. You'll be okay.
We'll survive. On to the next one. There we go. Perfect. I think that's it.
That's it.
Pod on a budget number 2.
Pod on a budget.
New table. We had to test out, yeah.
Looks really good. I think the lighting's probably terrible, but like our editor over here, we'll get our team actually.
We'll get our team at the back end too. I don't know what happened. It looks good when you look at it, but the recordings don't look so light.
Proof's in the pudding. Wait and see.
We'll just make it audio.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Sweet.
Cheers, sir.